Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. All right, you're good there. One, two, three, test. All right. Yeah, I want to do the Kimchi setup. I have the GoPro. I have an 8 though, so I need to find a way to do it. I used to have the setup because something you need to do in order to stream with that setup is you have to again, something might have changed, but in 2020 I think when I first did it, you had to take a Raspberry Pi, code it, and it would connect to your router, and then the GoPro would link through the Raspberry Pi or through your Wi-Fi to the Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi would get plugged into Ethernet. Ethernet would go to your computer. I think that's what it was. No. You plug the thing into the Ethernet. I can't remember exactly how the networking architecture went, but either way, you had to have a Raspberry Pi. I don't know if things have changed, and I don't know if my GoPro, the GoPro 8, could do anything. So, that's the trouble. What's up, folks? What up, Max? Morning from Australia. Crikey. I bet it is really annoying that every time you say you're from Australia, someone says crikey. All right, so taking into consideration what people asked for, we now have the most scuffed. Actually, you know what? You guys can't see how scuffed it is, but it is mighty scuffed. I have a webcam that is scotch taped above the stove to give you that view, and it actually doesn't look too bad, does it? Yeah, I like to control the flavor. You don't use salted butter, you don't use salted stock, and you don't use dirty counters. I like to have total control over every additive. Okay, so per last time, for those who remember, I am going to be doing the TikTok recording as well. I just don't have the camera set up where I can make my TikToks out of my stream setup. I'm using shitty webcams, so that's the pickle we're in today, folks. But I did get a new little tripod, cheap little thing, but it's better quality than the should have been buying from Amazon. Got it from Best Buy, and it seems pretty stable. So we're gonna give this a rock and a roll. We're gonna see how it goes. Video 60, turn around, boom. All right. Let's see how she do. Grip on it is nice as far as the feet, and that was one of the issues I was having, so let's try it out. Got a nice mic today, so you guys will be able to hear me better. I have a clip mic kind of like his. I have a Shure one, so we'll get that set up eventually. All right, you guys can see that. Just gotta make sure. So I have an alignment for this shit right here. I put Scotch tape for here. So we got that. So let's go ahead and move this over to about in line with where that would be. And we're gonna go check it. Not bad. Cooking category? It's the category we belong in, baby. Ignore the bowl on the floor, but Winston, come here. Come here, handsome. Come here. My nipple. Ugh. This is why we have a bowl on the floor. Winston. Say hi, Winston. Winston scratched his eye. So we put a cone of shame on so he doesn't scratch it any further. This is at Lycan's home. Gnome is upstairs in his place. Well, I should say he's in another building, but all right. Got this. Got this. Let me do a camera check real quick, and we'll get fucking rolling. Oh, I'm gonna do my hair real quick. We're a little, shaggy right now. Let me just go put something in it. Anywhere than Instagram? Yeah, like, so I'll post pictures to Twitter. And then I've got like one cooking video in the bank, the shakshuka. I need to post it. To TikTok, Reels, whatever. And then we'll go from there. But right now I'm just kind of banking content. So I released one video already, but starting next week it's gonna be like every other day, video. I just need to get a few ahead for when life delays things. YouTube link on Kick is broken. All right, well, we'll have to fix that. But we'll do that later. All right. There is a meaty one I'm gonna make this weekend. It's those, what do you call those? Those there are those what's it called, guys? Oh, they're these like smash burger tacos, Big Mac tacos, where you take a tortilla, you take some fucking ground beef and get it real pasty, and then you just spread it along it, and then you like cook the tortilla one side, you cook the tortilla other side with the meat on it, and then you put Big Mac sauce, lettuce, whatever. I'm gonna do one where I'm gonna caramelize some onions and put that into the beef mix. Spread it out like they're gonna be super thin sliced onions, caramelized, and then pushed into the beef mix with little bits of cheese, small little cubes of cheese, and then from there I'm going to do the rest. You know, the lettuce, the mac sauce, whatever, and then just fries on the side, baby. So yeah, we'll get one meme video in there. This is a family show. Is that alright, Winston? Freaking birds. Alright, 60, let's turn that do not disturb on. 60, 4K. Let's move this over just a smidge. With this one, I think I want to try something a little different. I'm trying to figure out what my vibe is as far as the videos go. So let's see this. Let's go with same position. We're gonna lower the camera. You guys can't see a single fucking thing of what I'm doing, but we'll lower it on the tripod. We'll raise it up. Too close. So, any Oilers are in the fucking chat. And I say this genuinely, like no expectation of anyone actually doing this. I have a thing on my wish list. It's this like portable countertop, and I want to get it so I can have more space to do my like camera setup because I just don't have a good kitchen for that. It's gonna show my face. Like, It's not gonna show my face at all. There you go. As they say, don't let perfect be the enemy of progress. Is that the saying? So we're just gonna record some beef cutting right now from a different angle. Not gonna worry about my fucking mug being in there. That's done, let's get cooking. Get that out of the shot. That out of the shot. Let's make some beef bulgogi. Couldn't hear what I was saying over there? Where are the settings for this thing? I feel like there are settings, but maybe not. No, I didn't make my own kimchi. Can you guys hear me now? Let me turn up that mic. How's that? Is this better? Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me okay? Good? All right. Nope, not at Stevens. Thanks, Johnny Smith. I appreciate that. Back in the day. Once upon a time. It's a wet dry fast. Jesus. All right. Doing a little movie magic right here. Trying to get it right on. And simultaneously, in the effort to make content, we are tenderizing it. That's the one. Listen. Listen. It's not unhealthy. It's not unhealthy. I mean, as every restaurant professional will say to cover their ass, you should not consume raw beef, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, it's perfectly fine. If I wasn't making bulgogi, I'd be making tartare. Okay. So what I want to do with that is I want to set it aside because we're going to do a shot with it. Set that over there. Clean the cutting board. Gonna mark the points for this with that. That. Winston has a cone because he is going through an eye injury. No. Wait, does Jordan Peterson talk about a raw meat diet? I thought it was just the carnivore diet, unless something has changed. Alright, don't get me wrong, I love raw meat. I'm like a tartare. For dinner every night if I could. Alright, we're gonna sharpen the knife up a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a freshly stoned knife, but stoning a knife is such a pain in the fucking ass. I hate it. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I hate it. Did I mention I fucking hate it? It is such an insufferable process. So we're not stoning this bad boy. Not properly anyway. If I have any chefs in chat, I apologize. Yep, New York strip. As of now, I lost my job about a week ago, some change. So actually almost 2 weeks ago. So as of now, I am, in fact, never thought I would be, a full-time chef. We're gonna pretend I didn't just do that. We're gonna change onions. Cut that. It was the wrong slice. I went for a dice, and I worked in tech, and it's just been really bad for tech the last year. The company had already done like 2 layoffs, and my number finally got called. Thought I was safe. They were like, you know, customer facing people, you're good. Again, then the next time they got rid of an entire organization, and then this time it was, yep. Such is life. Such is life. Yeah, I'm still applying. I mean, if content creation in the next 2 months takes off, then I can do full-time content creation. But I have a number I need to hit. I have a number I need to hit. And if I can hit that between donations, Patreon, all that shit, we'll do it. But until then, you know. But first we have to make content. Can't get that shit without doing it. So this week has been a little hectic getting started. I launched, and then just some things I've had to take care of. And getting things set up and figuring out a rhythm, all that jazz. So we're getting there. Well, Steve was never like supposed to pay me enough to sustain. This was a side gig on top of my normal job, so he's paying me a very fair wage for this, and it's definitely helping out a lot as far as, you know, until next time, right? Until the next gig. Okay, so bulgogi, we need garlic. Get a different bulb. What is it? Stop that. You're gonna hurt your eye. Nope. Don't touch that. That's why they create those dice boxes, right? Alright, that's all done. Bring the bowl in. I'm gonna go check the angle. That was perfect. That was fucking perfect. So Steven doesn't like fish anything, and the last time I made him bulgogi, I put fish powder, I put furikake on it, and chat ratted on me. The subreddit ratted on me. thought I had sesame oil. I did at one point. I do. Never mind. Sesame, sesame oil today. Yes, I've got it. Everything's okay. Putting all the stuff to the side called mise en place, so I have it there when I need it today. Getting a knife set. I'd recommend a knife set if it has the knife you want, and then steak knives if you need it. Otherwise, you need to cut a regular cutting knife, a bread knife, a paring knife, and a boning knife. That's it. We don't need the rice vinegar. Alright. So how do they do this? They go that. So. Now I'm doing that shot for you. I need to go get new chopsticks because I have to actually use these in someone's food. So we're gonna have meat. Microplaner, garlic. little movie magic. Just a little too much onion. I'm gonna go ahead and remove a little bit of that, but the camera won't know. You guys will. Make sure that's good and incorporated, as this dude says. Okay, let's see. We've got our bulgogi done. Now it's time for the fried rice. First step we're gonna do is cut up the kimchi. So give me a second. Doing this so I don't have to move anything. Go-to chef's knife. So there are a couple pretty affordable ones that you can get. One is the Wusthof Classic. I mean, that's like, someone says your starter chef's knife, Wusthof Classic. I think I had a Zwilling Henkel for my starter, and then I got the Wusthof. Wustof's good, nice weight, but then I switched to this, and this is a global, and I got this because of Anthony Bourdain. Highly recommend Kitchen Confidential, and this knife's amazing. It's lighter weight, it's Japanese versus the German steel, and it's sharp looking, it's nice, I dig it. So bourguignon's not gonna be part of the kimchi. I'm just recording 2 videos. So for you guys, it's bourguignon and kimchi. Fried rice. Let's go ahead and get that kimchi cut. kimchi in this jar. I'm not pouring the liquid into here because I want to save the liquid to add during the frying process. So this stuff's actually pretty chopped up. We don't need to go crazy. What's up, Chef Fun Boy? Welcome. So pull it in. Voila. Okay, so we have our kimchi, nice and chopped. Let's go ahead and stop that recording. And actually, those onions that we pulled out, these are handsome ones. Those onions we poured out, we're gonna go ahead and just pour those into the kimchi because those will be perfectly fine in the fried rice. I'm not gonna record this, but I'm gonna go ahead and give that another chop with those onions in there. Just make them a little more even sized. And I'm gonna give this cutting board an immediate fucking rinse because these white plastic ones will stain like a motherfucker. The wine is good. What's up, Jelliot? I love your profile picture. And Winston would too. Isn't that right, Winston? The most miserable dog. Winston, come here. Come here. If you're gonna hang around me, I can let you take that off. Come here. Take that big cone off. Good shake. Go ahead. Shake it up. And then we're gonna put the. Come on. There you go. Alright. Let's rinse this. No, I'm not gonna record this shit just because it's always extra that I don't need. But we're gonna rinse our rice. We got some, do I have any short grain left? No, I don't. So we're gonna use basmati. Now, I always read the instructions on the rice because every rice is different water-wise. And like there's the whole trick you can do, which is certain amount of rice, then you use your finger. I do that for the rice cooker and it works fine. I do that on the stove, and depending on the stove, and I haven't figured this one out fully, it can go awry, so. One cup rice, 2 cups water, all right. That is gonna make 3 cups of cooked rice. Perfect. gonna do 1.5 because not tomorrow, but in a couple days I'm gonna make beef barbacoa. And I'm gonna make favorite cooking wine? Anything that isn't dirt cheap, so none of that barefoot shit. You want to cook with wine, you would drink. That's pretty much it. So, $14 to $18, $19 a bottle. Higher for the reds, lower for the whites. I don't think I'm qualified for super chats yet. I checked. I think you have to like hit all the markers in order to do super chat. So watch my goddamn VODs. Just put them on in the background. Help me out. That's all I can say. Days in advance to plan out meals. Someone asked me this the other day. I basically just take whatever time, like I have ideas of what I want to cook, and it can change midweek. Like yesterday, I made a pork loin, asparagus, and potatoes, and that was just, I didn't have a lot of time, needed to make something good, haven't given Steven something green in a minute, so I just improvised. But overall, I have an idea, and then I shop about 2 or 3 days in advance. You want to rinse your rice until that water runs as clear as possible. So I usually do it about 10 times. Now another little hack we're doing is I am going to not record me cooking this rice right now because I'm gonna lie and say I used leftover rice. Again, movie magic. Yeah, meal prep's the way to go, man. Like, I mean, I'll cook something like beef bourguignon, and I'll cook the a giant pot of it, and I'm just cooking for myself right now. So, and even when I cook for myself, Erin's a vegan, so cook something different for her. But I eat a lot of vegan meals if I'm hanging out with her. But anyway, we use leftover rice because of what you're supposed to do, and we are actually going to use technically leftover rice. So let's say it's same day, right? And you want to cook fucking, fried rice. what you do is you cook the rice, and what we're going to do is we're going to throw it on a baking sheet. And that's going to be it. We're going to throw it on a baking sheet, put it in the freezer, and pull it out. Bada bing, bada boom. The end. So we used, if it's 2 cups of water to every 1 cup of rice, we're going to use, we're going to do, it would be 3 cups, but because we just rinsed it, there's still some water in there, so you don't want to use exactly the amount. Let that even out. 2 cups of water there. And then we're going to do just under 3 cups. Even it out. Turn that on. High. Oh yeah, rice cooker is the way to go. I need to get one. Thanks, McCask. Yeah, baking. I mean, we probably do some baking at the moment. No, but I mean, like roasting for sure. Absolutely. We roasted a pork loin yesterday. Didn't do it on stream, but it was easy and I was in a hurry. Thanks, Tenchi. Those bad boys are in, where do you get them? A place called Chubby's. You going back to Ukraine anytime soon, Tenchi? Are you Ukrainian, or did you just foreign volunteer? If you want to talk about that. One Hozu, why is your dog so scared of the stairs? I don't know. Did they not get exposed to him as a puppy, or? Yeah, war is hell. I was very fortunate. My war experience was not that much of a war experience. With the job I had, sat in a desk, did some cool stuff, but I wasn't frontline. You know, it's funny. When the war broke out, I wanted to foreign volunteer if they were taking like foreigners to do what I did, but I could not afford to leave. Like, I have other responsibilities back here in America, and I couldn't have sacrificed the income. 3 to 10 would not recommend, not whatsoever. Yep, all the StarCraft people here light. You know, this restream thing is really nice because I can see all the chat in one place. Thanks, buddy. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and thank you for yours. Hope Ukraine, continues to kick ass. All right, so waiting for that to boil. Oh, fuck, you can see it now, right? There. It's inconvenient, so they can't point. Oh, there we go. Right there. There it is. I can never do one of those trick shots where they take the mirror, they look over their shoulder and they do this. I can never do that, ever. No, lid on, but I'm gonna wait for it to boil. Yep, we got it stove top cam. I told you guys, I had the other cam, I would get it set up for you, and here we are. What brand of apron? You know what? I don't fucking know. I got it for my birthday a couple years ago. Let's check it out. Let's see. Morglad, Morglad, designed by Korea. Isn't that right, Winston? Designed by Korea. My best buddy Ryan got it for me. I stream all over Top Dolphin. Same name everywhere, Lycan Cooks. I hadn't found an apron I liked either, but after seeing this in the videos, whoop. So I switched burners because I'm using electric, and because I'm using electric, it holds the heat too much. So when you're supposed to lower the heat of the rice, and thanks for fucking warning me, guys, you saw that boiling, because it holds the heat and you lower the temperature, you'll actually overcook the rice, probably scorch it to the bottom of your pan if it's non-stick, not non-stick. So I switch it to the burner. By the time that burner gets heated up, everything will be fine. All right, so we're doing 10 minutes. It's 5:35. All self-taught. I've taken some like online, not like courses like where you're actually taught by someone, just online like, videos and stuff, like the masterclass shit. That's really good. We're cooking kimchi fried rice right now. So we've got our kimchi all cut up. We've got our rice cooking. We have our bulgogi marinating. We're getting ready. Quinn, we are on Kick and YouTube as well. Dude, Tenchi, kimchi fried rice is the easiest shit. I always have a jar of kimchi, always rice in the cupboard. All you need is beef. I didn't add sugar. I didn't add sugar to the bulgogi, but that's okay. We'll add it right at the end. It doesn't matter. The sugar isn't going to do anything for the marinade, except that it's not going to do anything for the marinating process. So we're going to add a little sugar at the end. It'll be a-okay. Yeah, I saw the schizo emailer said that I'm a top tier orbiter. Only reason I'm streaming is so that Steven knows I didn't poison his food.
This is my place. Tiny's place is darker. That's good lighting though. I was able to do a cooking stream there pretty well without any additional lighting. My kitchen, so 10 of 10 for cupboard space. I have cupboards fucking galore. No issue. You can't see, but cupboards go from here to here, but then they go over here as well. Cupboards, 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 cupboard, cupboard. But that said, as far as for the cooking shit goes, there's a ledge right here that you guys can see. I wish this ledge was lowered. If it was lowered, I can do different angles. So when there's this thing on Amazon, it's like a cart, but the cart has like it's about that wide, something like that. It's about as tall as this countertop, and then it's got like this foldable thing, so you can make a little like bar for people to sit at. So I want to do cooking streams where I have people over for dinner. Pixie and Lauren De Laguna and some other folks are going to come over one night soon, and we're going to do a cooking stream together. But if I had something like that, I think that would be good. And then, because then with that, I could put the camera for this up right here on this counter, and then I pull the thing back, and I can do way better angles on all the cooking content. One pot meal recommendations: beef stew, lamb stew, chicken and rice. Like, you can do a thing where you put the right amount of liquid for the rice in, but you put all your bell peppers, onions, chicken, herbs, all that stuff, and you let it cook off, and then it's just a chicken rice bowl. What else? I think those are my three go-to ones. Favorite signature that you've made in the last 12 months? Personal signature dish? So we're late on the rice. Personal signature dish? I haven't done a lot of cooking in the last 12 months. Oh, you know what? I think 12 months includes the last time I made bath chaps. So bath chaps are a dish that I learned from Fergus Henderson. I didn't learn it from him. It's his cookbook. Nose to tail, I think, or the whole hog. It's called in England. And what you do is you take a pig's head, right? So I guess this isn't a signature because it's not really original, but you take a pig's head and you debone it, and then you roll it up, kind of like a porchetta, right? You roll it up, and then you brine it for about 3 to 5 days in like juniper berries and bay leaves and salt and all that jazz. You brine it, and then after brining it, you boil the fucker. You boil it for like 3 to 6 hours, something like that. Take it out, let it cool, and you can like slice it thin like a fucking deli meat, and but what I do is slice it a little thicker after it's chilled. Slice it a little thicker, and you fry it like bacon. And again, it kind of looks like a porchetta, and you can eat it like that. The way Fergus serves it is with that crispy or an herb salad, like bitter green salad, with a mustard dressing that kind of cuts through the fattiness of it, but it gets so nice and crispy. It's delicious. A noticeably different flavor than porchetta. And what I want to do for the channel though is I want to make a sandwich. There is a sandwich somewhere called like the Three Little Pigs, and I kind of want to do a riff on that, but where it's a nice bun, a crispy slice of the bath chaps, pulled pork, and deli ham. those three together, and just that crispiness, kind of like acting like a bacon, all that extra pork, and then a good sauce. Not barbecue. I don't want to overpower the pork fucking flavor. Like a good mustard sauce or something like that. It's called Bath Chaps, Tenchi. It's British food. I have not made banh mi. I love banh mi though. I mean, you guys can give all the advice you want. If it's good, I'll take it. What buns? These buns?
What's... Hold on. I'll come to you in a second. So we did 10-minute check on the rice. It needs a couple more minutes and then we're gonna be good. But the good thing is it's not stuck to the bottom and it looks like it's gonna end up fluffy. So what you don't wanna do is over stir. I was just checking the consistency and all that jazz, and then getting it flattened back out. Actually, but you don't wanna fucking stir a bunch, because what you do is, like you're making a risotto like we did the other night, when you do that, you fuck the consistency up. Do I listen to something while cooking? Yeah, usually it's like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, things like that, like older music. Cuban sandwich is the shit, man. It's my favorite. Like, one of the most exciting things about coming down to Miami. Like, when I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. It's like I got a little Havana down the street, and there's a Cuban on every corner. So I dig it. So from Momo, I know what you're saying. Don't worry, baby bird, I got you. So we're gonna take this pan right here, and we're gonna put the rice onto this pan and lay it as flat as possible, because we're gonna feed Steven in about an hour and ish, maybe less. But we're gonna put all that rice here, and we're gonna lay it out thin. We're gonna throw it in the freezer, and then we'll use it, because it does this process that I can't remember the name of, something to do with some sort of crystals that form. And when that happens, then we take the rice and we fry it, and it's great. No donut goal for laxatives in Steven's food. Steven is, the only thing Steven's picky about is he doesn't want to eat anything seafood on its face. However, he said I can ease him in. He said no salmon, which I told him, like, salmon's the most, like, you trying to get someone to eat fish, you feed him salmon. That's the least fishy fish of all the fish. But he's not alone. Like, my buddy loves fish, hates fucking salmon.
I don't know what it is. I like salmon, so I'm biased, so I don't know. Actually, you know, you say like we've all had the impression that he has the palate of a 10-year-old. He actually doesn't. He did when I was talking to him about like, hey, what do you want? What don't you want? Whatever. Not once did he say anything about stuff like that. He just said Melina doesn't like spicy and no seafood. That was it. He ate the lamb I cooked the other day. A lot of people get a little about lamb, especially when it's pink. He ate it right up. Doesn't like pickled foods? Well, we'll see, because we're gonna make him a burger and put some pickles on it. Steven calls shellfish bugs. So, again, I was gonna bring him some grilled shrimp from Whole Foods, but it was like, I don't think it's really worth $20 just to have him spit it out. Granted, I'd eat that shit, but. That shit up ASAP for that fucker sticks to the stove. Alright, so we're gonna take this plate of steaming fucking hot rice and we're gonna go put it in the freezer so we can be ready for kimchi fried rice. Oh, the bottom is hot! Hot, hot, hot! Boom. Done. Alright, now we clean up our me's, as they say in the biz. Alright. That's done. Can chicken be a little pink when eating it? No. I'm sure you're trying to trigger me, Trigex, but no, you cannot eat pink chicken. Apparently, there's now I don't know if you what's that term called where you pasteurize. Maybe you could pasteurize it. I don't know. I've seen some videos where they eat pink chicken over in Japan. Like that their standards for like keeping chickens are so high that you can do that safely with the like equivalent risks of like beef tartare. I don't know how true that is. The gross green jelly, it's mint jelly. It is old school shit. Really, you should have a lamb mint sauce these days in modern cooking, you know. Put some time and effort, but mint jelly, as Grandpa Simpson says, mint jelly on the lamb. Where he says, I'm like mint jelly on the lamb, and then he turns around and runs away in his scooter. Do I make my own pickles? I do. I haven't done it in a minute, But yeah, I also like making pickled mustard seeds. Those are really tasty. Dude, I know lobsters were considered. Momo says lobsters were considered prison food before. I mean, there's so much shit we eat now that is so good, and it just took the food world the chance to like realize like this isn't poor people food. This is just a cut that needs to be cooked differently, and it's amazing. And now you can't get fucking short ribs for less than like $12.99 a pound. It's insane. Like skirt steak, short ribs, things like that. That stuff used to be dirt cheap. Ribs, I think. Ribs themselves, I think, used to be cheap. It was meat that wasn't used, and then people learned how to cook it. Asmund Gold Steak. What's that, Mike? No, my freezer is empty, Momo. There's like a couple things in there. So there's enough space and whatnot. I'm not worried about the slight drop in temperature. And again, I thinned it out so much, it's gonna cool off in probably 15 minutes. Well, you should cook, Mike. You should cook your chicken breast to about 155. And then the residual heat after you pull it out should bring it up to 165. So you never cut your meat right away. You need to let it rest, let the juices reabsorb back into everything. Like, go ahead and take a steak one time. Take it, and if you normally notice a ton of juices, let that fucker rest. Let it rest for 10 minutes. Like, people will say like 5 minutes because they don't want the recipe to sound scary. Fuck that. 10 to 15. Your steak does not need to be piping hot. Your steak will taste amazing room temperature. Like, your steak will taste amazing lukewarm. Keep it together. Do not slice it. Let it rest. Let the juices reabsorb, and then slice and eat. Now, if you're cooking a big fucker for everyone else, slice immediately before serving. Like slice, plate. That's the last thing on the plate. Send the plates out. Keep the plates a little warm in the oven. You know, like what, 150 in the oven, something like that. 150 Fahrenheit. I know I have some people overseas watching, so do not put that shit in their Celsius. Fuck. Burn your goddamn hands. Aloha, Scuzzy. Eastern Europe, I have not. I do want to, so I want to make salo. I found, before I left Tampa, I found a Russian restaurant, and I had salo. And it wasn't bad. Like, I'm all for cured meat, especially cured pork fat. But you know, it wasn't the best. The rest of the stuff was good. I had a goulash for the first time. Borscht, rather. That was good. I had like Russian bread, a bunch of other stuff. Like, they had some Ukrainian and Russian dishes that were really good. Actual bugs. I was going through an old phone today thinking I could use it for recording, and it has a video where I did fried spiders. I shit you not. I found canned spiders, the ones that the zebra spider, I think, the zebra tarantula that they cook over in like Thailand or Malaysia or something like that. And I fried them up, and fuckers were delicious. Absolutely delicious. High meat. I discovered this shit last week. TikTok folks literally putting raw meat in a jar for months, then eating the black goopy. Whoa. That dude, what's that stuff called? Henry, that makes it, I know we're doing a food stream, so mute if you don't want to be grossed out. There was this trend going around when I was in the Marine Corps. It wasn't in the Marines they were doing it, it was just about that time. So like 2008, I think I remember hearing about it, where people like piss and shit in a bottle. Ugh, just thinking about this makes me want to die. And they put a balloon over it, and they like set it in the sun and let it ferment and whatever, and then they inhale the gas. I can't remember what it was called. Again, no one was doing this in the Marine Corps, but it was while I was in the Marines that I remember hearing about it. Asmongold had a viral video of him cooking a really shitty, a real shitty steak he eats all the time, and all the cooking YouTubers had a field day with it. It's basically paper thin, lemon pepper. Oh, dude, I hate paper thin steaks, man. There's no way to get a proper crust and cook it medium rare. But it's paper thin, so fuck it. It's gonna be tender, right? No, I'm not. Like, what do you like? Season the cutting board? You mean like I put so much salt on either side, I don't need to season the cutting board. Like I salt everything, and then anything that falls to the sides, that's where you get the sides of your steak. That was a long time ago, Henry. When did I enlist? I enlisted in 2006. So here's the story. So I hate doing chores, right? And it's the summer before my senior year, so it's 2005. And I'm like, you know, I'm sorry. This dates back a little further. This is 2010. I take the ASVAB. So in 10th grade, you can, or not 2010, but in 10th grade, you can take the ASVAB. So I take the ASVAB, and I did it to get out of class. I had no intention of joining the military. It was just take the ASVAB, get out of third period. So I was like, fuck it, okay, cool, I'll miss biology. So I went and took the ASVAB, did really well on it. And I talked to the recruiters came to talk to everyone after they passed their ASVABs, and it was like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, it was an Air Force recruiter. I'm like, I want to be a pilot. Because I was like, fuck, if I'm going to join, like, pilot is what I want to do. And I want to be a fighter pilot. And he's like, how's your vision? And I said, 2025. And back then, you couldn't have it corrected in order to fly. So back then, it was like, okay, yeah, you can fly, but you're going to fly helicopters or cargo. Well, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to fly fucking, F-18s and shit. So I never thought about it again. And then summer of 2005, it's like June. And it's the summer before my senior year, and the recruiter calls me, and he's like, what are you doing? I remember it was June 15th when I went in. And he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, you want to join the Marines? I'm like, I really thought about it. I wanted to be a pilot. He's like, well, come down to my office, bring your mom, we'll talk about it. So my mom takes me to the recruiter's office. And the only reason I did this was to get out of fucking chores. Because my mom did not relent on chores during the summer. So June 15th, we go there, we talk. He tells us about all these different career fields. He makes it sound really exciting. Talks about career possibilities after enlistment. Tells my mom he's never going to go to Iraq, he's never going to go to Afghanistan. Total fucking lie. My MOS field was all over both. And that night, Silver Tongue fucker had me at MEPS, enlisting in the Marine Corps. Went up, did the medical, did all the paperwork, and yeah, there I was. So that's how I ended up enlisted. Next summer, June 6, 2000, June 666. I graduate 6/6/12. I'm up at MEPS. 6/12/6. I'm up at MEPS. Jenkum, that's what that shit was called. Scuzzy, 2006, man. I was or you listed 2005. What up, boxes? Yeah, I wanted to fight F-18. Well, yeah. I'm sorry. I know more about fighter jets now. By the way, you guys help me become a successful streamer. I swear to God, you make me fucking a modicum of a successful streamer. I swear to you, I will get a flight simulator. I have DCS. I know how to start an F6 or an F-18 and an F-14 from memory. we're gonna get a fucking flight simulator. I'm gonna get the VR headset. We're gonna get the whole setup, the chair and everything, and we're gonna fucking fly sorties, right? So don't worry, this ain't just gonna be a cooking channel. We're gonna do that. I have a HOTAS set up, the joystick and the thrusters, but I want to get the whole thing. I'm talking like every fucking thing on the panel is exactly what it should be. We'll do 2 streams. One if you just want the pure POV of the jet. The other if you want the full button setup to watch me fuck with the buttons. But that's the dream. Anyway, yeah, no, Air Force is nowadays F-35, F-16, shit like that. F-22 as well. And then the Marine Corps is F-18, Harrier, F-35, and some other shit. Oh yeah, technically 06 is my enlisted because they do technically make you swear in again when you go back to maps, but yeah. Yeah, I'm a little older, Tenchi. Damn, Snatchy, did you ever end up going back? When I left, I wanted to go back. Every year, I thought about going back. Come here. Come here. Come here. I know you're so miserable. He's a little sedated, so he has these eye drops I have to give him, and he's a little bitch about it. I think he can't handle it, can he? So he's sedated right now, so he's just kind of moping around. I won't give him half a pill today, though. It's a good boy. Oh yeah, Growling Signwriter, Momo, definitely a fun channel, dude. I fucking prefer the F-22 over the 35, so I'm not looking forward to it going away. They do an enlistment ceremony for you, Tenchi, when you were over there? Yeah, my skills were kind of IT adjacent when I got out of the Marine Corps. I don't talk much about what I did, but my skills were IT adjacent, and then I parlayed them for proper IT skills, and eventually got out of defense contracting. Thank fuck. Damn. Did you get paid, Tenchi, for being there, or was it completely volunteer? If you, again, any questions I ask Tenchi, if you're not comfortable answering, don't worry about it. Oh, that's pretty sick. Good. Was it good pay? Like, you know, when we had like my buddy made $240K being a trigger puller contractor. Again, this was U.S. defense contracting, not Ukrainian army and all that stuff. So the totally different war, right? And he also brought another skill set that I can't talk about. So like he was specialized all around, but he got paid a fucking buck ton more for being a trigger puller. All right, so you don't want to hit your pans with water when they're too fucking hot. So with these metal pans, the non-stick doesn't do well. I'm sorry, you don't want to fuck, I can't think. You don't want to hit a metal pan or any pan that's really hot with water, or you'll warp it. Case in point is a pan that I have down there in the cupboard. And I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
but I hit it with, it was like smoking hot, and I hit it with water, and it bubbled the bottom immediately. But if you're not using a non-stick pan, you'll get shit like this where the rice sticks and all that stuff. It's fine. Just wait for it to cool. Not like super cool, but cool enough that it's not going to steam when you hit it with water. Boil it and scrape all that rice off. Otherwise, if you wait until like tomorrow or something, it's going to be a fucking nightmare. You're going to hate your life. Speaking of which, our rice is already cold, as if it had been in the fridge for a day. So we're gonna let it get a little cooler, and then movie magic, we're gonna put it in a package in another bowl and make it look like we just did it. Let me cook, Oxmaster. Let me cook. How do I see my total views across platforms? Alright, so we are getting close. We're getting warm, so you just want to scrape with your wooden spoon. Get everything off the bottom and the sides. Set this aside here. Nope, over here. Just let that cool, and then we're gonna dump, scrub, and we're good. We're gonna clean off this because we're about to put it in a shot. Got something else to record. Bring out the mini cutting board. Pull out some green onions. you're doing a cooking stream, you pull off any ugly ones, any wilted ones, brown ones, whatever. Only want the sexy ones. Do you now, Grail? Bourgolgi, beef Bulgolgi, Pinot Noir. Sucker. Let's do this. So, beautiful, beautiful. Making art. All right. Cutting the little roots off. That's what we're doing right now. Take the whites. Whew. We almost had a nasty disaster, folks. Alright, it's lesson time. Even Lycan, who knows this shit, can still fuck up. That was scary. Alright, so when you cut, what you want to do is 3 fingers, like this, down. What I didn't realize is that because of the way I was bunching them, this finger was slightly out like this. Look at that. That's my fucking, my nail. I cut right into that fucker. If I had been chopping harder, I would have fucking cut through that fucking nail. Probably wouldn't have cut my finger off. But you guys can't see because of the bad resolution. I gave that nail a good fucking shave just now. That was scary. Also, FYI, onions are poisonous for dogs. It oxidizes their blood and they can die. So, I don't take any risks in any small bits of onion that fall around, and do not let Winston get anywhere near. I have yet to really injure myself or anything like that, but fuck me. All right. Keep a baggie in the freezer. Little vegetable parts. We're gonna make a vegetable stock soon. So we got some asparagus pieces and some green onions. Now we have our rice. That shit is ready to be fried. One time I did a cooking stream, this is back in the day. I live streamed to Twitter. And I was streaming, it was before you could really mobile stream. I was live streaming to Twitter. And mobile stream to Twitch, that is. I was live streaming and I burnt my hand. And I thought I was gonna be like, I'm gonna tough it through this. Like, I can do this. This is fine. Fuck no, man. I fucking bitched out. I could not handle that. Like, I lasted another minute or two. Alright, so we got that done. We're gonna go ahead and get a bowl for the bulgogi. Bulgogi. bowl for the rice. So again, we're faking the funk here with the rice. We're making it look like we have, this is old rice that's been sitting in the fridge for a day. For all intents and purposes, for the most part, it is. What I would have done with more time is flip this over because there's still a little moisture on it. You want this to be as dry as if it had been sitting there all day, you know, when you get that box of rice and it's just fucking hanging out. But this is fine. Our needs is doing the job. That sounds fucking awful, Austin. Alright, so I'm gonna set these to the side. Don't want them visible. Spot is right here. Again, little movie magic. We're gonna make it look even more like, oh, this rice came from yesterday. Haha. White boy doing it right. And as one of my favorite YouTubers says, do it the right way, not the white way. Alright. Winston, what are you doing, buddy? You alright? Recording. Open the fridge. Leftover rice. Our marinated bulgogi. How many fucking Koreans just cringed at the way this guy pronounced bulgogi? Bulgolgi. Bulgolgi. And we check the footage. What's up, bud? Leftover rice. Our marinated bulgogi. Alright, cool. So that's done. And now we move. We move the camera. Now you guys can actually see the footage a little bit. Duck Festini fan. So technically no, but a little life hack. So cook your rice. Same day you're like, man, I want to make some fried rice, but fuck, I didn't make any rice yesterday. What am I gonna do? So you make your rice, you lay it flat on a sheet pan, and then you put it in the freezer. You wait until it's really cold, and then dry on the top, and then you flip it over, and then you wait till that side's dry, and then you've got good enough rice to make fried rice. The end. Well, the only omit where we're working on being a family-friendly show. You know what I fucking mean? All right. So I actually like this tripod a lot. Alright, we're gonna move the lid out of the way. Move this out of the way. We are going to check our angles. We are then going to get our walk. Walk this way, talk this way. Daddy has a walk. Where it is, there it is. Hot pan, as Gordon likes to say. All right. Walk this way, talk this way. All right, so if you guys wouldn't mind, please give me 10 minutes, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook this shit up nice for Steven, but in order, it's not my Twitter anymore, Amit, by the way. I done changed it. It's now Like and Cooks. We done changed our name, we rebranded. Voyager, what's up, dude? To move all my stuff, my movers sucked. But between the movers and the U-Haul and everything, it was like it's about $1,000. Oh, anyway, I gotta take Winston out. So I'm gonna take him out real quick and then we're gonna cook. But that way I can make sure everything's like super fresh for Steve and Melina. So give me 10 minutes to run him outside and then we will cook, okay? So give me 10. I'll be right back. Winston! Hey, buddy. Hey, handsome. Let's go for a walk. Good boy. Ain't you handsome? Ain't you handsome? Where? 10 minutes, just taking him downstairs real quick. Take it right outside. All right, bud, let's do it. Oh, wait. Came out last time. I don't remember my code by heart, so I used my phone to unlock my door, and I didn't have my phone, and I got fucking locked out. So I remember that. All right, here back. we are back. We're back. Good boy. You piece real quick. You such a good fucking boy. Oh my god. Can't stand how sweet. Take a meet Steven. You wanna meet Steven? I bet he'll love you. I've never seen Steven meet a dog. I've seen him meet cats. Never seen him meet a dog. Alright. So we got our Winston, that was disgusting. How you gonna do that, bud? Alright. We're back. Yeah, no BRB screen. Daddy needs some artwork, okay? We're working on it. There's a gentleman who has offered some stuff, and we'll see. Alright. But let's continue. Alright, so we have our rice. We have our bulgogi. So what we're gonna do first is the rice. The rice is going to keep that heat a lot longer than the bulgogi. And then we're going to throw it in the plates. So let's get the bowls ready. The TikTok, YouTube Shorts editing, which suggestion in particular? 60 FPS. Put that on. Get that heated up. Before we heat it, we're going to go ahead and we will use grapeseed oil. So what I want to do here first, because I don't have like a professionally seasoned wok. It's like one of those, pre-seasoned doohickeys. We're gonna go ahead and give it a coating of oil. Just gonna let that heat up. So what we'll do after that is we're gonna throw in the rice. We're gonna fry that up. Speaking of which, down the desert way hasn't taken to the top. Shaky drove his Cadillac. He went cruising down the hill. Dude, mustard makes so many things good. Like, you're making a prime rib or something like that, you coat it in mustard, put your salt and pepper on it. Can't taste it. Yeah, the looping thing, I'm not against it. Just gotta get it right. My focus right now is the hook, right? That like zoomer attention span, 3 second, I want to watch this kind of deal. I wish I had a studio kitchen. I wish. I wanna push you way around. Well, I will. Well, I will. I wanna push you down. Well, I will. Well, I will. I wanna take you for granted. I wanna take you for granted. Yeah, yeah, well, I will. I am dating a girl named Erin. Alright, we have a very hot wok. That's what we want. So we're gonna start recording. I'm not gonna talk to you guys while I do this, but you already know the steps, right? It's gonna be rice, it's gonna be oil, kimchi, rice, stir, done. 4K, 60 FPS, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. All right. Not left-handed shaker, so this is all new for me. Winston, you can help clean that up. keep your stovetop clean. Otherwise you can't do shit like that.
Yeah, she was on whatever recently. This is long grain. This is basmati.
Cleanup crew is on the job down here. You guys can't see. Winston is here. Make sure all the mess. It's like my dishwasher. We'll do the same thing with that pan later. For now, we're gonna go ahead and clean up the stove. stop the recording, and we will get ourselves a fucking pan. Stuck on an island, 5 ingredients and unlimited qualities for picking. Onions, potatoes, beef, shrimp, salt. That's it. Onions, potatoes, beef, shrimp, salt. Onions, potatoes, beef, shrimp, salt. Fuck, 5 ingredients. That's tough because what am I using for oil? Butter, potatoes, shrimp, steak, salt. There. That. Yeah, I wish I had gas. I would settle for induction. The tripod is it's Sunpack, S-U-N-P-A-K, multi-use tripod. True, I can just make that, you're right. So then butter, steak, shrimp, cream, onion. All right, so we have our fried rice done. We need to do our bulgogi. And what you guys didn't see is that I forgot sugar. So we're gonna take our bulgogi out. It's been marinating for a while. The sugar, again, isn't super integral to the marinating process. The salt is what we care about more there. So we're just gonna go ahead and in the edit after I'll tell everyone that I put sugar in here. There. Make sure you spread all those pieces of meat out so they get covered in the newly sugared marinade. Don't want to lump it in. Moments like this, I wish I had a non-stick. Nah, D-Man has its own place with Lady Mel. And I am too old to live with a bunch of Zoomer streamers. We're making Bulgolgi, baby. Stupid Hayden. I haven't yet in this apartment. I actually don't know where the fuck my smoke alarms are. So I haven't yet. What up, Neem Reagan? This is, I don't know if it's technically Korean. I mean, I learned it from one of my best friends. She's Korean. I lived with, she's married to my main best friend, Ryan, and she would make this all the time, the fried rice part. We're gonna do the barbacoa tomorrow. I'm gonna make this, plate it for y'all, end stream, and then tomorrow we'll do the rest. We'll do the well, either bourguignon or barbacoa. We'll see. What do you think, Winston? Smell good? How did I get into cooking? Did you cook food? Go into food service after the military? Nah.
No, I loved cooking when I was like 12. I got really into like 2000 era was like when Emerald and Wolfgang Puck and all of them were like popping off, and the Food Network was insane. Iron Chef, all that stuff, and I used to watch that shit all the time. And then after the Marine Corps, I did a little bit of cooking here and there, but like not a ton. Like I'd make mussels or, you know, eggplant parm or something like that. And then about 2018, 2017, I read Kitchen Confidential. 2017, 2016, 2016, I think. I read Kitchen Confidential, and it was like, it reinvigorated me. Oh, you know what? I'd say 2015. Like, if you guys remember the StarCraft days, I did some cooking streams. I cooked like some steak and some shit like that. And yeah, I just got back into it, and I loved it. No, it's not a neck pillow. It's a comfy collar. Winston, what are you doing? That kimchi fried rice is so good. So what I'm gonna do now, real quick, I'm gonna take some warm water. Warm, hot actually. It's gotta be hot, because that pan is hot. I'm gonna take hot water. And I'm gonna deglaze before that shit fucking sets. Yep, recording right now. Got that TikTok camera going right now. Actually, we can stop that. And take that hot water. Deglaze that pan. Again, using it hot because the pan is hot and I do not want to warp it. I want that shit to put it back on the heat and let it pick up all that shit. So the more I scrape up now and let it absorb into this water, the less I will have to scrub later. When you cook bulgogi like this, you're not worried about a good sear. You're not trying to caramelize the meat in the sense of building a crust. You have the sugar on the meat that's going to help with the caramelization, so you don't have to worry too much about overcrowding the pan. Just make sure it's good and hot and that you're not overcooking it to shit. And then, after that,
we'll go ahead and plate, and then we're going to run it up to Steven. Oh, I didn't record. Fuck. All right. Well, it's one down. Goddamn. Oh, we're gonna pretend I'm eating their meal, but I'm only taking one extra piece. Test position. Test position. beef bulgogi. Beef bulgogi. Beef bulgogi. Beef bulgogi. And then one bite. I believe in the industry they call that the chef's bit. Usually it's referring to something like the Pope's nose or something like that. But all right, well, that's everything, folks. We are gonna cut stream, take this up to Mel and Steve, and take him. I'm gonna take Mr. Winston here so I can meet him. And but yeah, that's it. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate it. And if you can, call to action. I'm gonna link my link tree. If you could, if you're interested, only if you like my content, I ask that you go ahead and give the platforms a follow. If you like the videos, like, give it a watch. I'm not asking you to share it if you don't like it, but give it a watch at least. And if you like it, please, let me see, I gotta go to Kick specifically because for some reason, it doesn't link it there. So, yeah, for everyone in Kick, you guys have been talking. I don't know if I've been seeing you. Have I? No. Oh yeah, I have. Okay, cool. So yeah, give it a like, check it out. And if you enjoy the videos, like, and you think it's something that if you shared with your friends, you wouldn't be embarrassed that you shared that stupid shit, please give it a share. But otherwise, a couple new videos coming out. Shakshuka, gonna release a video for this bulgogi, which you guys got a front row seat to. And many more to come. This weekend, cooking stream, possibly with some special guests. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And I hope you all have a great evening. And yeah, talk to you guys soon. Bye.